staying in mode. Been bumps, came my car on the road. Been solid cause I'm under that cold. Big body so I carry the load. No problem cause I handle my business. Big racks in the trunk of the Bentley. Spend the money then I double it quickly. Big boss can't hit with too many, I'm making a killing.
Whew, okay. Video number 2. What's going on, YouTube? It's the Advice Slanger. What you slanging? And what you slang gonna come back to you. This is the second day of my Corona Survival Tactics series, okay? And today is gonna be another good one, right? So today's video is love rules all things, okay? Love rules all things, okay? I know you've heard people say that love beats hate every single time. And I want to let you know that that is 100% true. You know what I'm saying? Even when it's hard to love, if you choose love, then I promise you, it will definitely pan out better for you in the end. You know what I'm saying? It does nothing for them as far as the negative energy or whatever they're putting out. They have to deal with that on them. But if you choose to respond with love, then I promise you, it will come back better for you. You know what I'm saying? In the end, okay? Let me say this about love. And I understand that love can be very tough, but it takes more strength to love than it does to hate someone. See, when somebody does something to you, it takes more strength to love them and just treat them with love and respect and honor. It's tougher to, it's tougher to do that than it is to just say, I hate them and not have nothing to do with them and just don't worry about them and, leave them behind or leave them in the dust. Now, there are times when you may have to do that for people. Not hate them, but, leave them behind and, and do better for yourself elsewhere. So I do understand that. I'm not saying that that's never an option, but that don't mean you have to treat them with disrespect and hate and love just because you decided to distance yourself from them. Another way that, love should win in your life when it comes to dealing with other people is if you see somebody doing good, sometimes it's easier to hate on them than to be happy for them, for some people. See, me, I make it a point every day or every time the opportunity comes up for me to choose love over hating on somebody. I always make it a point to choose love, because what you wish for others is what you really wish for yourself. I got that from Ralph Smart. Shout out to Ralph Smart. But that is true though. If you're mad that somebody else, is successful and you choose to hate on them, your time may never come, or it's going to continue to get pushed back because you're not being happy for somebody. And like I said, sometimes, somebody's just constantly doing good and good and good. Sometimes you kind of be like, dang, like they're doing way better than me. Sometimes it can feel like, can feel that way. And I understand that. But always choose to be happy for them. Even if, you kind of get a little jealous. It's okay, man. Ignore that. That's a natural emotion. Jealousy is a natural emotion. But it's your job to be in control of that and to choose the reaction of love. Okay? Now, here's the deal. The reason why a lot of people hate on other people when they're doing good is because they know that they didn't put the work in to have what, the person they're hating on has. See, if I'm doing really, really good, right, and my homeboy, okay, if he's jealous and mad and always hating, it's because he know he didn't put the work in to get to where I'm at. It's like people who are overweight always got something to say about people who are fit. Talking about, they need to eat more or whatever the case is, right? You know what I'm saying? You're just mad because you don't look like them. Now if there's things that you just can't change about yourself, like skin color and things like that, there's no reason for you to be hating on somebody like that because you can't change anything about it. They didn't pick that and neither did you. So, but if it's something that they know that they could have had as well, but they didn't put the work in, and now they gotta watch somebody else have what they think that they should have had, it creates jealousy, it creates hate and envy in somebody, and they just lose their minds, and they just, they try to spread lies and, deface the image of that person, and it's just all bad. And that people who do that, their time will never come. They will never, ever get to where they need to go because they're constantly looking at everybody else. They're never focused on how can I better myself? How can I get to that point? Or close to that point? Or even past that point? How do I get there? They're not focused on that. They're always constantly focused on how do I tear them down? How do I ruin their reputation? So their time will never come. So when you're constantly always looking at somewhere else or what somebody else is doing, you're just ruining your own chances of success, to be honest. So keep that in mind. Because like I said before, it's easy It's easy to hate on somebody when they're doing good. It's easy to hate on somebody than to actually pull your bootstraps up and get up there and do it yourself. See, it's easier to just, man, look at them now. They think they're doing so good. They're all big and bad. They went Hollywood. They look at them. They're always worried about peace and love and all that. It's easier for them to do that than to actually be like, you know what? I'm going to do that. Because see, hating, you can do that spur of the moment. That's instant gratification for them. It's instant gratification, especially if they succeed in ruining something that they, that the other person has going on. It's instant gratification, okay? So they can do it right then. It takes time to put the work in to get to where they need to, to get to where that other person is. So that's why I say it's easier. You see how you understand how it's easier for people to do that and why people choose hate so much? Okay. So I'm gonna give you just 3 examples of people that are hating on people instead of putting the work in that they need to do, right? The first one is cancel culture. I hate cancel culture, and I'll make a whole nother video about cancel culture, but I think it's so stupid. There are people out there who have done horrible things, and people need to know about it, okay? And if people choose to stop supporting them due to that, that's fine, that's their own thing. But to have a whole group of people try to ruin somebody's life after they found something about somebody that happened years ago. Now, like I said, it's up to you to determine if that, if that's going to cause you to not support them anymore. But for you to go deep, for you to not have anything going in your life to where you have to go and try to pinpoint something in somebody else's life that you didn't found and then present it to people, and then you get a bunch of other people who have nothing going on in their life, and y'all all band together to ruin somebody's life. To basically demolish all of their accomplishments and everything that they've worked for, all because of a mistake they made or anything like that. Of course, it depends on the mistake, and it's always person to person. But still, to do that to somebody, if you were focused on your own work, you wouldn't want nobody doing that to you. We'd all said stupid things, done stupid things. So we've all done that. So to go back and pick somebody's dumb mistake, that's wrong. Second example about Will and Jada. I'm gonna make another video about them eventually. About Will and Jada. Everybody want to pinpoint, their marriage, they're wrong, Will's wrong, Jada's wrong, they're all wrong, da 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 da. Listen, if you've never been married, see, a lot of y'all don't even know what it's like to have y'all don't even know what a actual good marriage looks like. Other than on Instagram, but I'm talking about y'all, a lot of people ain't even ever seen that in their own household, in their own families. So how can you go and judge somebody else's marriage? I don't understand that. Don't understand it. So instead of you working on yourself to be a better wife or a better husband for whoever you decide to marry, you gonna get online or wherever and talk about how bad Jada and Will's marriage is. And you ain't never been married. You ain't never held a relationship more than 3 months. Come on now. So that's another example of why people just choose to hate instead of focus on working on themselves. And the last one are people who are billionaires. So people love to marry. People shouldn't have that much money. And I agree. I agree that they should be using that money to help people who are homeless and people, who don't have food to eat. I agree. I understand the concept of people not having enough, having that much money like Jeff Bezos and people like that who are billionaires and trillionaires, right? But you could be one of them. You can do what you need to do, focus on what you need to do, and you could be one of the people that can get up there and get that much money, and then you choose what to do with your money. If you choose to help people and you choose to do all this stuff instead of buying yachts and islands and stuff, then you do that. So you put the work in. If you're mad that they're not doing what they're doing with their money, you get the type of money they have, and then you do the same thing. Instead of hating and getting on Twitter and, being all mad all day, no, get on your business, stand on it, and you can do what you need to do. In conclusion, I'm gonna leave y'all with this last point. If you want something in life, you need to put the work in to acquire whatever it is that you want, instead of being up in the bleachers, hating on the ones who's running the show that you chose to watch. You are the one that's choosing to pay attention to somebody else's life instead of paying attention to your own and trying to get yours where it needs to be. So don't hate on the people who's running the show. Don't hate on the people that's running the show that you choose to watch. You choose to, you chose to turn their TV on and watch their life instead of working on your own script of your life. Hey, listen, I love y'all. Please like, share, subscribe. Another video coming tomorrow. I love y'all. Love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, it's impossible to love anybody else. It's the Advice Slinger, out.